Welcome back. Well, results continue to come through, and this time Sun International reporting 42% increase in adjusted first half headline earnings per share. That's to 408 cents. Looking at that revenue line there, ticking up by 10% to 5.2 billion rand. Interim dividend there of 110 cents per share. So earlier we spoke to CEO Graeme about what drove earnings this time around.
I think the key positive takeout for us is the 10% growth in revenue and the 20% increase in the EBITDA. There's always a bit of noise in how you calculate the headline earnings per share, but at the revenue level we've had some very strong growth coming through from Monticello, our property in Chile, and I think also more importantly the rest of the group's seen about a 7% increase, which is above inflation and looks like it might be here to stay.
What's your assessment of the landscape you're operating in right now in that gaming and leisure industry? Because like you say, it's your Chilean operation that's contributed nicely to the set of results, and with that you've got quite a focus on Latin America, but then of course you've got that exposure in various geographies globally.
Yeah, look, I think to put Chile into perspective to start, yes, we've had fantastic growth there, but it represents about 16% of our total revenue, around about 12.5% of our EBITDA. So we are seeing growth in the other businesses.
If we bring it to South Africa specifically, let's start drawing some distinction here and draw the distinction between the gaming division and hotel. If we start off with a hotel, South African hotel occupancies for January rose to 56.9 versus 52.2. So, you know, holistically, just looking at the sector, there seems to be a nice growth coming through. Your experience of it?
Yeah, we are benefiting from a bit of growth. The occupancies in our lives are a little down, but that's because we've had a few extra rooms, 150 extra rooms to sell down at the Wild Coast, but room nights sold have increased. So we are starting to see that, and also the ADR, the rate we get for our rooms has increased. So the combination of the two says we're starting to see some benefit of EBITDA.
How easy is it to push those rate increases through? It's got to be quite a challenge where you've got consumers under severe pressure still.
Yeah, no, you're quite right, and we can't obviously push rates above our competitive set, but we do watch it carefully. And we are seeing some benefits starting to come through. We've had some increase in the FRT business, foreigners coming out to the country. Where we aren't seeing any improvement yet is in the groups and convention space, which is more of a reflection on the South African economy right now.
Yeah, if you look at that foreign business that is coming into you know, your operations in South Africa, of course you've got to be eyeing the currency very aggressively. What's your view on where the currency is at right now, and just how do you mitigate against the volatility that comes with the rand in your business? Well,
we're a rand-based cost base in our South African operations, so to some extent we don't have to mitigate too much. I think where we watch it more is in relation to our Chilean operation. As that grows in size, the swings in the rand start to make more of an impact on our reported results. So that's really where we watch it more closely.
Let's take a look at gambling. Are consumers still gambling? We've got to ask the question because we talk about a consumer in South Africa that's still under pressure and you know, pulling tight on those purse strings, having to dig deeper into their pockets. What kind of activity levels are you seeing on the gaming front?
Well, look, as an industry, gambling is a pretty resilient industry, and it comes from different sectors of the population. I think we've always felt that the entrepreneurial side of the country are the people that come to our casinos. They like taking a risk in life generally. They're happy to come and have some fun, take a risk in our casinos. So where you see improvements, quite often it's a reflection of the entrepreneurial part of the economy. And we have seen a bit of an improvement, gradual as it is.